The Greatest Generation. The Greatest Generation, born between 1901 and 1927, faced the Great Depression and World War II head-on. They witnessed the advent of radio broadcasting, which not only entertained but also served as a crucial source of news and information during times of crisis. This generation's strong sense of community and resilience paved the way for post-war reconstruction efforts, leading to economic prosperity and social stability. Notable world-changing inventions during this time included the discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming, which revolutionized medicine and saved countless lives. World War I claimed an estimated 16 million lives, while World War II resulted in approximately 70 to 85 million deaths. The Lost Generation, 1883 to 1900. Before the Greatest Generation, there was the Lost Generation, born between 1883 and 1900. This cohort came of age during World War I and the Roaring Twenties, witnessing profound social and cultural upheaval. This generation also came of age during the Spanish flu pandemic, which infected around a third of the world's population, roughly 500 million people. Members of the Lost Generation would have been young adults or children at the time of the Titanic disaster, and they may have been directly impacted by the event or had family members affected by it. Figures like Ernest Hemingway captured the spirit of their time through their literary works, reflecting the disillusionment and uncertainty of the post-war era. The Lost Generation experienced the rise of mass media and consumer culture, with innovations like the automobile and the motion picture, with films such as Charlie Chaplin gracing the screens. Silent Generation. Next, we have the Silent Generation, born between 1928 and 1945. This cohort witnessed the rise of television and the dawn of the space age, where the first man landed on the moon. They experienced the transformative power of rock and roll music, with legendary artists like Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry reshaping popular culture. The Silent Generation also saw the birth of iconic figures like Michael Jackson and the Beatles, whose music transcended generations. Despite growing up during a time of economic prosperity, they faced challenges such as the Cold War and the Korean War, shaping their worldview and values. Baby Boomers. Moving on to the Baby Boomers, born between 1946 and 1964. This generation experienced the post-war economic boom and cultural revolution. They witnessed the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War, and the countercultural movements of the 1960s. Baby Boomers embraced innovations like the television remote control and the birth control pill, revolutionizing daily life. The Beatles, with their music and cultural influence, symbolized the spirit of rebellion and experimentation that defined this era. Generation X, 1965 to 1980. Generation X, born between 1965 and 1980, grew up amidst rapid technological advancements and societal changes. They witnessed the rise of video games and the birth of hip-hop culture. Generation Xers embraced portable gadgets like the Sony Walkman and the Atari console, shaping the entertainment landscape. They also witnessed the rise of iconic bands like Nirvana and U2, whose music defined the era. Generation X experienced economic uncertainty and societal shifts, leading to a more independent and entrepreneurial mindset. Millennials, born between 1981 and 1996, are the first true digital natives. They grew up with the internet, social media, and smartphones, reshaping the way we communicate and connect. Millennials witnessed the rise of iconic figures like Rihanna and Eminem, whose music dominated the airwaves. They also experienced the globalization of pop culture, with hits like Gangnam Style going viral around the world. Millennials faced economic challenges like the dot-com bubble burst and the Great Recession, shaping their attitudes towards work and financial stability. Generation Z, born between 1997 and 2012, is characterized by their fluency in digital technology and their commitment to social justice. They grew up amidst environmental concerns and the rise of social media influencers. Generation Zers are known for their entrepreneurial spirit, pushing boundaries and challenging traditional institutions. They are the TikTok generation, using platforms like TikTok to express themselves creatively and advocate for causes they believe in. Generation Z witnessed events like the rise of smartphones. The Black Lives Matter movement is the generation that witnessed the coronavirus pandemic. As they were coming of age during this time, they experienced firsthand the global impact of the pandemic on various aspects of life, including education, employment, healthcare, and social interaction. Finally, we have Generation Alpha, born from 2013 to the present day. This generation is growing up in a world dominated by smartphones, artificial intelligence, and climate change awareness. While it's too early to predict their impact, Generation Alpha is poised to continue shaping the future with their innovation and global perspective.